Alright. This was an interesting one, or at least it ended interestingly. Um, I know there's essentially like three parts to this one. It was very weird, the first two parts, and they're so scattered in my memory now that I'm not even gonna bother with it. The last part was really the most funny part, anyways. Um, but there was a girl, and there was a two-parted, like it was kind of like my setup that put me in location, and then her setup that put her in location. And I guess this was four parts, and then it was essentially the way that me and her kind of met, joined together into now this last part, which involved both of us. Apparently we decided that we were going to go and walk. You just go for a walk in some sort of magical field, I guess. I don't even fucking know, right? But as we're walking down the street and we're looking at all the critters play, I turn around and I look, and there's like a security car rolling up on us, right? And I'm like, uh-oh, they're going to kick us out. She's like, no, it's fine. They won't kick us out. And the security car was driven by, like, a little gnome. No, it was not Keemstar. But it was a small car. The car was maybe a foot tall. So we had to bend over, talk to it. Very small car, driven by a very small person, a very small security guy. Now, it's not to say that if the security guy would have tried to kick us out, then we would have just laughed it off. No. But nevertheless, so I said, you want us to leave? Like, that was, the car pulled up to us, and I'm like, you want us to leave? And she talked to the guy, and I don't know what was said. But essentially, she, like, I couldn't hear what was said. Like, in the dream, I couldn't hear what was said. So she talked to the guy, and then he drove off, and she's like, he said that we're fine. And I'm like, okay. But she complained to him that she had seen something that was cutting through the bushes. I think it was humans were cutting through the bushes, and that was fucked up. She thought that was fucked up. And what the security guy said about that, I don't fucking know. In retrospect, now that I'm thinking about it, I think she said that just so that we could cut through bushes. I didn't remark upon this at the time, but nevertheless, we go into one area. There was bushes that were like bordering off certain areas of it. So we go into one area, and there was this black and white cat with these huge green eyes, and like, I kind of, I don't know, got the cat to come over, and we pet the cat for a little while, and then the cat got up and left, and then she looked at the bushes, and she saw that there was like rope tying them together or something like that, and there was a part where the rope was untied, and she goes, see, look, there's humans just cutting through the bushes. And then she just fucking crawls through the hole in the bush. And I'm like, well, okay. So I just followed her. And when we got into the next area, all of a sudden there was this music, right? And I'm like, uh-oh. And she's like, what? And she starts to go into the next area, and I stopped her next to a gate that was open, right? And we could see out the gate into the street. And I'm like, no, don't go in there. I'm like, you can tell by the music, this is a boss area. I don't know, whatever. So we're just sitting behind this like iron gate, and we're looking out into the street, and this cat comes walking by, a different cat apparently, and I try to kind of charm this cat the way I did the first one, to let it come, have it come over and let us pet it, and this cat was having none of it, and we like looked at, we're looking at each other, and she's like, you're not gonna get this cat to come over like you did the last one, and I'm like, sure I can. So I'm just trying to get the cat to come over, and I'm like, whatever. And like I reached my arm through the gate, and I'm like, yeah. Cat was having none of it. The cat's just laying there on the sidewalk, just looking at us like fucking assholes. So I look back at her, she looks at me, and she's like, cat doesn't fucking care. So I look back out of the sidewalk, and there was a sign on the ground. It wound up being a series of signs that just kind of changed. You know what I mean? Essentially what the sign said was to the effect of, I'm not interested in you petting me because I can do this. And then I looked up, and there's the cat, and the cat's doing like a little dance, and then it does something else, like a little flip or something like that, and then it did like another little part of a dance, right? And now I'm insulted, right? I got pissed off, and I got up and I said, well, you know what, I don't care about being your friend because I can do this. And I did like a stupid little dance. I'm not going to describe it because it was like I just kind of, and then I fucking did like a Michael Jackson kick, and I don't know. I just fucking did goofy shit, right? So I can't really entirely, other than that, that's about the best description I can give you. I just did some goofy stuff. And then I said, screw this. And I walked out of, I don't know where I went into, but I walked out of the guest room of my parents' house into the hallway, and then I went and made myself a bologna and Miracle Whip sandwich. And I'm sitting down at their table eating my sandwich, and then she came up behind me, and she's like, the cat's ready to be friends now. And I'm like, I don't fucking care. And she's like, no, really, we could go back and the cat's willing to be friends. And I'm like, no, fuck that shit, man. I don't know why I was so hardcore against that, but whatever. So I'm eating my sandwich, and I'm looking at the sandwich, and I'm like, I put cheese on this. And I think that was ultimately what started the waking up process, because I thought I put cheese on that, and that was odd. And then me in the dream thought, yeah, that is fucking odd that there's no cheese in this. But I'm sitting there eating my sandwich, and she's like, okay, she starts making herself a sandwich. And then the fucking cat comes in, and I don't remember what it was the cat asked for. I don't remember if it was rope or something. I don't know. But the cat needed something. Alright, the cat needed something. I knew that the cat needed whatever it was that the cat needed to get it underwater. To get something underwater. This is getting jumbled, right? Because I'm starting to wake up. I don't know what the fuck it was that the cat needed. The cat needed something, and I knew that it was to get something underwater. Maybe it asked for a little submarine. I have no fucking clue at this point, right? And I look at the cat, and she's like, well, why do you need that? Or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was she asked. But the cat pulled out, you know those little butter covered dishes? Like it's a little flat dish that you put the stick of butter on, and then there's a cover that goes over it. The cat had one of those, and inside of it was a little princess doll. And the cat wanted to use this thing so that the princess doll could go underwater. For some purpose, I don't know. And then that was when I woke up. Yeah. So, I had a dance competition with a magical cat who then wanted to be friends, but I think only to where it could get whatever it was it needed from us so that it could sink its princess in a butter jar for some purpose. I don't even fucking know. But yeah, that was a weird one. I wish I could... I mean, I remember snippets of the other parts that... I don't know. It was like something to do with me. I parked my car somewhere, and then I had another car that I was worried about, and I'm like, well, I'm going to have to take this car, and then I'll have to come back to the other car. And then the girl's part, she was auditioning for some show that Cartoons was hosting. Cartoons, the YouTuber, the gamer, he was like the host of the show, and he wound up kicking her off, and some mother of some other girl, it was like a talent show of some sort or another, and her talent was that she was a porn star. I remember that, and he's like, no, you can't fucking do that on the show. On the show. And as she was walking out, some mother threw water on her or spit on her. I can't even remember. I don't know. It's all very jumbled. She wound up talking to some other guy that wound up being a murderer, and there was a whole thing, and I'm like cleaning ice off the car, yet it wasn't snowing before, it wasn't snowing then, and I don't know why there was ice on the car. See, like, I would love to run you guys through all the rest of it, but I can't. Like, it's so jumbled up, and it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, any of it. The only part that was really, like, coherent at all was us walking through the magic field and meeting the cat. I don't know. But, yeah. There you go. They're getting weird. They're starting to get weird. Like, I don't know what's going on with it. Usually my dreams are one of two ways. But this is getting to where they're getting weird now, and I don't understand what it is that's making it weird. But I can see where the other two general themes that I usually have of dreams, I can see where my brain is flirting with those. Because again, in this one, you know, there was the murder, and that could have gone the other way really fucking fast. So, I don't know. Maybe my dreams are getting changed. That would be sweet. I don't like having the nightmares. But, yeah. So I had to dance off with a cat. And then got pissed off and had fucking, went and got a sandwich. I don't know. The princess and the butter thing just really fucking made me laugh. But, and that was when I woke up. I have no idea what happened after that. Whether or not the cat got whatever it wanted from the girl and me, but it fucking, I was unmovable. I was like, no, fuck that. The cat made me do a dance off. I ain't fucking being his friend. Moral of the story for all you magic cats out there: if you're gonna force me to fucking earn your friendship, it ain't gonna be worth it to me.